Hey, it's Lala here. Welcome back to my channel. I am actually doing a few different videos now. I'm going to start having a little bit more variety because I'm kind of getting bored of doing the same thing and not having any ideas. So I thought, well, let's go back to basics, go back to where you guys all started to follow me. So I'm back in Islands now. I miss it. I really do miss this game, and I am desperately waiting for High Realms to be released. So I'm really looking forward to that one and to be getting stuck into that. So I thought, why not head back to Islands and we'll go through and have a bit of a look around my different islands. So I've got a few islands we can have a look at, the different things that I've done over the years. So before I do, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. So this one here is just my main island, my flower shop, my flower farm, this is where most people would have seen all my videos made here. So most of it would happen on this island. So here we are, this is our spawn. I've got all my skill trophies here. I've got my limiteds, I've got teleporter pads, I've got my dinosaurs, and yeah, the only way from here is to go on these. So you can go to the flower shop, which just gives you different options there, and then there is this one which gives you different options of other parts of my island as well. So yeah, I spent so many years on this, like so many years, meaning at least 2 years playing on this slot pretty much every day. So yeah, most of it to do with flowers. So always enjoyed the events and everything that went with this. There was just always so much to do, and there still is. So if you're still playing, there's still a lot that you can do for getting your skills. Like there's still plenty of that I could do. I just find it really hard to stay motivated when there's nothing new happening. But anyway, we'll go down and have a look at here. So here's my flower shop. Now I've got everything turned off because I don't play here anymore, and all of my prices are prices from before they stopped playing, so before they stopped updating. So here's my shop. I've got all the different flowers. You just run through, and then you've got workbenches at the end here. So I've got all my workbenches. So yeah, so my flower shop is actually like flower petals, so you can see what they look like. They're actually different flowers that I've built, and I built them out of glass to try and make it really cool. So yeah, I enjoyed building that. I thought it was great. It's probably the third or fourth time I've rebuilt my shop. Done it a few times now, so if I can find pictures of my previous shops, I will put them up now. Alright, next part, let's go down. We're just going to drop off the end here, and then we're back like main portal area. So I've got some of my extra eggs and stuff through here, and up here I've got my absolute favorite part, which is the gift area, and many of you will have stuff up here, so you can come back. And yeah, I've been doing this forever, and so I've just got stuff here from people that probably don't even play anymore, and I just put it up here. So it's really amazing. I've had so many gifts of things, variety of things coming in here, and yeah, I've really been blown away by the generosity of people, and everything is here. And especially this whole section is from one friend, and yeah, that was the most recent one. So yeah, thanks New for putting that in there. That was really awesome. I really did enjoy setting that up again. It kind of gave me a few ideas of what I can do for my channel. So yeah, that's that section. So we're just going to drop straight down here, and here we are in my flower farm. Now I know many of you have been here and seen it, some of you may not have seen it. So yeah, I've got my bee flowers down the other end there, and so they are separated from the rest of the main farm. They're up here. So yeah, they're all my bee flowers. They're a bit separate so that their bees don't wander off, and we can get as much colour through here as possible. Alright, and then over this way here I've just got some event stuff that I've participated in. So over here we've got the event stuff. So we've got the Halloween one that we just that was the last one, I think, wasn't it? Got the lunar event. We've got Christmas. We've got a couple of Christmases here. We've got this one, and then we've got the one before as well. So we've got this one, Christmas 2021, and what was this one? Christmas 2022. And there you go. And then that was it, wasn't it? We didn't get any more Christmases after that. Oh, it's a bit sad, isn't it? And over here I've just got all my instructional areas to tell people what the natural spawns are, what flowers need bees, all the possible flowers in the game, and all the breedable flowers in the game. So, and then up here is just the tutorial on what each of them, what combinations do. So you just come in and check what each one does. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one on this layer. Oh, hang on, sorry, I do have a couple of other things here. So this is just my personal collection. It's just one of everything basically. So yeah, these are what are they? They're the limited non-fertile from the butterfly event. So there's that. This is actually a mundane farm, so all of these are mundane, because you wouldn't believe what people pay for mundane. And down here we have all my animals, so I've got at least one of everything, one or two of everything, and that's that. And all of their feeding things is on the outside wall, and these high walls make sure that they don't escape. So through here we have just a general farming area where I've got places to do questing, got my spirit seeds, just some fruit trees, wood, bread, that sort of thing, so that we can just keep up with demand. Now I think that might be the whole island. Alright, let's have a look from above. I'll just do a free cam for you. So I've got many layers of my shop and farm, and I think this island is about 40,000, just over 40,000 blocks, I think. So it's only like half the build limit, but I don't want to have more than that because the lag will affect my bees. So that's pretty much why this is it. And a lot of people say that it's laggy anyway, so because of all the shiny things, I guess. So yeah, anyway, I do miss the game, and yeah. Alright, so that is that one. Let's go on to my next one. So this is a co-op that I have with my alts, and it was my auto flower farm. So I've had videos on how I built an auto flower farm with flower pickers and oil and stuff, but it was so laggy I could not run it at all, and I could barely move on it, so I ended up destroying it all. Okay, so here we are on this one that used to be my auto flower farm. I'll throw a picture up here of what that used to look like. Okay, so I was undecided. I was gonna make a tree. I was gonna, you know, build something big, and then I just didn't have the mind. I was just not in the right mindset for it. So I thought I'll just build something. So I find that sometimes when you don't have an idea of what you want to build, just building anything to get you started. So build something that you know, like if you've got the stuff to, like I already had the stuff to build flower farms. So I thought, well, if I'm going to build anything, it's probably going to be pink, white, a bit of purple maybe. And so I thought I will just do that. And now none of these flowers actually need bees. I just put the bees in here anyway, just to keep them under control. So I just did a little bit of a setup here, got my workbenches out, just put a few decorations out, put some berries and a place for things to spawn. And it's just like, I really don't know what I wanted to do, but it was actually a lot of fun to just come and do this little bit, just build this little flower farm here. And it's because it's something that I love doing, it's something that is me, so that's what I wanted to do. So still, I'm not sure what I want to build here, but hopefully I'll come up with an idea and come back to it at some point. Alright, let's go on to my next one. So this one, again, I had grand ideas of building a massive island here just for something different that, you know, give me something to do when I'm not farming flowers. And so I just started it, and also I just like to play the game as it is, so I like to start new islands and just play through all the quests and everything and stuff like that. So I started playing here, and yeah, this is about as far as I've got. So yeah, it's nothing exciting here. This one is just very, very basic. I've got workbench 3 and that's it. So I can't do any of this, I can't upgrade anymore until I get that. So, and yeah, so I probably won't do much more here. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, so this one here, I've written on my profiles that it has stuff. So basically that tells me don't delete it, because it's got a few things that I've transferred here. I had ideas. I was going to make a city, I was going to make a castle, you know, so many different things, and I ended up just resetting it and being undecided. So I've got all of this stuff in here, like it was just going to be like, so I can't delete this island because it's just got so much stuff in here for building. Again, I might come back and build something one day. Probably not, but you never know. But I don't want to delete it because it does have all of these limiteds and stuff on it. So yeah, it's just a regular starter island. Okay, so this one is my mansion. So I built this mansion while I was doing a hardcore flower farm series. So I've done a series on that, and I can link that in the description as well. So hardcore flower farm, it shows you how to get every single flower. You don't have to buy any. You can get every single flower in the game without spending any money in shops. Like, you have to buy from Fulco, but you don't have to buy from other people. That just speeds it up. So if you're happy to be patient, then you can do a flower farm completely. But anyway, while I was waiting for flowers to spawn, I had a few other things going on, and then when my hardcore flower series was finished, I played a heap of mini games. So there was a bunch of mini games here, and we played games, and the winners ended up with prizes. So, and all of my flowers and everything I owned that I could trade, I did trade. So yeah, and yeah, so I've got a few things back, but yeah. But I didn't trade anything from my mansion. I just kept my mansion here because I really, really enjoyed building it, and I think it's really I'm really proud of it. I think I did a good job, and yeah, not everyone's cup of tea, but I really enjoyed making it. So it was fun to give me something to do just while I was waiting for flowers to spawn. So I've got my living area, dining, Got my little kitchen. This is like a pantry area. And then up here we've got a bathroom and 3 bedrooms. So we've got 1 bedroom in here. And then we've got another bedroom in here. And we have our 3rd bedroom, the master suite, in here. So yeah, and through here is an ensuite. So we've got a toilet in there and even got a bathtub, so that's cool. Alright, and out here we have a balcony area with a fire pit. And then we've got another fire pit down here. And we've got a swimming pool over here. So yeah, that is my mansion, which I don't know what I'm going to do with now. But I really did enjoy building this while I was waiting for my flowers to spawn. Yeah, that is that one. All right, on to the next one. Let's see. This is a co-op. Okay, so this is a co-op I started, and I kind of built most of this before I started inviting people. So I invited a couple of other friends to come along, and now they no longer play islands, and pretty much nor do I. So it was kind of a start of something, and then the game stopped updating, and people's lives, people just, life gets in the way of things like this. So, well, I should say life is more important than a game. So they had to go off and do their thing. So, but anyway, I really enjoyed building this. This was just like an experimental build for me, but I managed to add in a flower farm. So believe it or not, all these flowers are actually part of my flower farm. So all of them are, except obviously these are just extras. But yeah, they can all be watered and they will all produce a flower. So there's a cyan daisy there. See, I must have watered some before. So there's a few that have made some. So yeah, these are all actually in their combinations, and they can be watered and farmed. So yeah, that was really cool. I really thought that was that was fun to do that, make it look like just a field of flowers, but they actually all are usable combinations. And then over the bridge of my water feature, and got a little mountain there, and so around the side of the mountain is where my little farm area is, with a few animals. And then up here I had started to build out here, and I was going to start building more buildings, like putting a village or something out there. So that was my plan, and may or may not come back to it. Like I've said on everything, I may or may not come back to it. But I have all these options, don't I? And through here is the portal. So I've built around the portal, and you can tell I started this when the checker blocks came out. So I did that. And down here is just like our little workbench area, industrial, like bit of like mining skills to be had, and then just storage. We've got just a few crates for economy skills and stuff. So yeah, so that is that one there. So we'll have a bird's eye view of this one, shall we? So we can just see what it is. So yeah, it's just a basic kind of a start to this island. So yeah, like I said, big plans I had was to have a village out this side, but again, life happens and you have to pay attention to those things when they do happen. Okie dokie, moving on to the next one. Alright, so this one, many of you might realize, is my Let's Play island. So I did, I can't even remember, over 30 videos just on this island as a Let's Play. So my rules for this was that I couldn't go to people's shops to buy, but I could like make money by selling crates and stuff like that. So yeah, and I kind of did all of this in semi-hardcore, so just played the game, did the quests, that sort of thing, did the events, all of that. I did actually sell treasure chests though. I do remember doing that to get some money, so I did sell a few things, so I did break my own rules for that. But anyway, I really enjoyed doing this series. Lots of this is set up for making, obviously, grapes for grape jam for sandwiches, because the jam sandwiches are good for health restoration and stuff. So, and your basic coal and iron, and then we have our other ones here for collecting, mining, and then this is for the desert quests and the farming quests. They're all set up in, so you do your wheat, your tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, all that is in order so that you can do it in the right order and you don't have to, you know, jump around too much. So I had that all set up like that. That's just the excess and like the ones that are not included in there. And this is my little tower farm, which I think I made one of these on my very first island that I did, and it was just a very basic one that I could do and put multiple things through. Now, before we used to have these filter conveyors, I just had all of them going into just chests, and the problem with that is that the one that's in the first one, so this slot here, was the only one that got pushed through to the next one, so it was a bit of a pain having to go and empty it constantly, but it was the only way that I could do it. We didn't have anything to filter back then, but we do now. So I now have these filtering out to go and make that, and so I only need one washing station to do the 4 crops. So, and that is making large crates, so large onions, tomatoes, carrots and potatoes. And yeah, that's the main income that I have for this island. So did I get my broom? I did. And of course I have a flower farm, so it's just all set up along here. It's in no special order or anything. It's just 2 rows that keep on going, so that's all that one is. It's very basic, but it's all hardcore. Like, I didn't really get them from anywhere else. And here are all my bee flowers and some crops, and over here I've got some of the event stuff that we had going on while I was doing it. So I had the lunar event, had the Christmas 2022, so you've got some of this stuff here, lots of presents still. And then we had Halloween, so this is like the Halloween stuff for that year. Over here I've got my turkeys, so the turkeys are making me the sweet pancakes and also the berry pancakes. So I've got them, and over this way we will have berry pancakes. So yes, turkeys are berry totems, basically. That's what they are. So yeah. So we got our turkeys here, and they pick the berries, drop them in the basket, and they go in to make the pancakes. And then we've got this here making the pancakes, set up with the maple coming out of here. So yes, there, that's that little setup. So yeah, all of that is covered in my videos as well. So anything that you see here has been put onto video. And over here is the animal area. Now I do all my animal areas very similarly, like put all the machinery underground, which they still drop off to, and so they don't get stuck on, because animals like to get stuck on machines and it's painful. Now I did have a wall here, but they seem to jump over it, so I just didn't bother anymore. I mean, I can fix it, but at this stage I'm just haven't bothered. Alright, so next part is in my little shop. So I built the shop as well over here, just so that you guys could see just a different style, like a different way of doing a shop. It doesn't have to be a big shop to do anything for you. So look at these prices. These prices are insane. Look, I actually thought that was quite expensive back then, you know, but if you came in here now, you'd clean me out, wouldn't you? Because it was just like, I mean, these things now, they're hundreds of thousands, 100,000. Like, it's ridiculous, the prices. Like, doing 10,000 was quite reasonable. Now it would be ridiculous to find anything for that price. Anyway, so I did little decorations and stuff out here. So let's see. Over here I've got my fruit trees. So the fruit trees are all set up so that they're in the order of doing the quest as well. So your apples, oranges, lemons, what are they? Oh, I can't remember the others, but yes, that's all set up to do the quest. And now over here we've got red bronze, we've got copper, and we've got steel farm over here. Just a small steel farm. So I've got 6 steel mills to feed the 1 steel press. Oh my gosh, gotta remember all these names for everything. So yeah, that's pretty much where my Let's Play account is at. And I kind of stopped playing this a long time before the updates stopped. I stopped playing this, and I just found that I kind of got to that point where I had made a little bit of everything, and the only thing left really to do is to just gain skills and just build on what's already here. So make bigger farms, make more efficient farms, maybe get some oil farms going, open a shop, that sort of thing, like set up a tree farm, just kind of advancing it a little bit more. And I felt that didn't really need to be done anymore, that it was already, you know, I'd come to that point that I didn't feel I could add much more to the series, so I kind of just stopped it. Okay, so let's have a look what the next one is. Now this one I think is just an island with nothing on it. This one is similar. I had an intention of doing a tutorial on Flower Quest, so that's just a regular island, a starter island that has nothing on it. This one, however, is my hardcore. Alright, so this is my hardcore island, and you can tell that because all of these are red, not blue. So this is definitely my hardcore. So I really played this a lot. I mean a lot. I absolutely loved hardcore mode. It gave me the opportunity just to do and create and play the game as it was, like it just without all of that economy stuff, which kind of in some ways takes something away from the game. Like it adds a lot of interaction and skill to the game, but it also takes something away from the game. So in hardcore you have to do everything yourself. You can't give permission to anybody, you can't do anything with other people. Like, I mean, you can go and do combat with other people, but you'll get hit harder, you'll lose more money when you die, that sort of thing. So it's kind of like, yeah, but it is a challenge, and that's what I loved about it. So I really did enjoy the challenge of this hardcore. So when I first started, I just like, okay, just played the game and just had my crops, like just what you normally would do, just do crops and everything. And then I thought, okay, so I had enough to start building. So I built this little house here. So I've got my little pool. I thought that was really good. Got my little pool here. And then I built this house. So I really enjoyed building this house. I thought it was a challenge. It wasn't something that I had done much of before. Like, I mean, I have always built little houses and stuff, but this one I kind of went for a different kind of a style for me. I got my little kitchen here, got my dining and everything, and you know, I loved all these new furniture updates that we've been having over the time, so I thought that was really cool. Got a little cabinet in here, and we've got a bathroom, I believe it's bathroom, yeah, the bathroom through there. And then we've got upstairs, it's just like a mezzanine floor up here, and I put the spirit bed up here, and I thought that was really cool. I love that spirit bed, I think it's great. So yeah, just like small house, but still I really enjoy building that one. Okay, and as always, I'm always going to have a flower farm. So this took me forever, every day, farming flowers every single day. So I would go along, and it's all manually done. So yeah, go through, water it all, harvest it all. Same over here on my bee flowers. Like, it took me a while to get it all together, that's for sure, but it was a constant thing, and I can do flowers for hours. That's what I could do, and I had to, because I needed all those pink blocks. Like, can you imagine how many pink blocks are in my castle? And that's just from collecting like pink flowers. So I've got my berries over here, I've got tree farm over here, down here is my pit for the what are they called, those crop eaters. So they will come and they'll spawn in the berries here, but then they'll come over here and they will try and eat everything in here. So yeah, I bring them and they can stay down here and eat these crops instead. Yeah, I've got my animals over here. Now, if you're wondering, like, this is the best wall to use to keep your animals in. They cannot get over it. They cannot get over it. I've never had an animal escape from here. Never had one escape. So yeah, just your two fences with a slab on top stops all animals from jumping over. They just don't do it. So I've got my little bread farm coming through here. I haven't got all the crops set up, so I've only really got bread here for those ones, and the rest I would just like fill up manually. Like, yeah, and put your vultures up a little bit higher, they fly up there. Got all my like milk and wool and nests and stuff down in there to catch all that. Now over the back of my little mountain here is where I have all my industrial and storage. So this is where all of the yucky stuff happens, where all the ugly stuff is. So I've got my red bronze, I've got my steel, got all my flowers here. So I've got all the different flowers. These are all the fertile flowers that I've got extra. And oops, missed it. So this is so that I can find all the flowers. Plus I've got crystals, like all the different crystals, pirate items, all the things that I'm not using, any furniture and stuff that I'm not using. So yeah, this is all just storage here and here. And I really do like the look of the dungeon chests. I think they look really cool, so that's why I've used them for storage. Then we have copper, and then we have a mining skill. So basically I just hold my axe and I spin myself around and get everything here. I have a bit of everything, and I can do this AFK for as long as I like, and I will end up with lots of supplies and getting my mining XP as well. So that's a really cool way of doing it, and so I thank Black Cherry Blossom for letting me borrow her design. So that's really cool. I love it. All right, and now we'll go over and have a look at the crops. So the crops are set up a little bit differently because of the crop eaters, because they will just wander around if you put them out. If you put them in blocks like this is only here for the quests, and I don't leave them out there because the crop eaters will just spawn there and eat them. So I've found that they still can spawn in here, but they're more likely to fall off in this kind of a setup. So I usually just have it set up like that, try and stop them from spawning in there and getting that. So I've got a bit of everything in here as well. So yeah, just my watermelon and pineapples there, got my jam sandwiches happening there, just got potatoes, carrots, grapes, you know, just all the usual things. Alrighty, the one that you want to see is the castle, right? So let's go and have a look in the castle. So the dungeon and everything was really the dungeon and Halloween have been really good for decorations for this one. I really like it. So you come in here, you can see my floor is flowers, and so we've got some just an entrance way, and in the center here is like my little village marketplace, and each of these little houses has got like the workbenches and stuff in it. So I've got my cooking ones in there, oops, and then in here is like the sewing table and the banner workbench, and in here is the music and the jukebox, and over here, can you guess, electrical and lighting. And then over this side we have our maple bench and our floral bench. Got my obby in that one. Over here we've got furniture bench and workbench and colouring station. So yeah, and that's that. And I've got like little toilets, like the mushroom event was really cool. Over here we've got the dinosaurs, which I've only actually got the one, so I need to go and do the others, but yeah, that's very time consuming. And over here is like the dungeon stuff. So I've got all of the original dungeon, like the basic dungeon stuff is in here. And then across here I was going to put all of the golden stuff, but I just didn't have the time and motivation to do all of that. So this has kind of taken everything else, like event wise, like, you know, I've got my hardcore trophy here, I've got them from the mushroom and Halloween, that sort of thing is here. Then if we go up the stairs, we will see I've got these in every corner, has got stairs like that, and you can come along here. I've got some target practice and all my weapons that I've collected over the time, and yeah, and that's pretty much it for the castle. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a look at the whole island now. So you can see the castle. I really loved building my castle. There are definitely better ways of doing it. It's fairly basic castle, but it was, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. So yeah, that's my hardcore island. And I think that might actually be the last one, because I think this other one, this one here, is just a starter island, the same as that one and that one. They're all just starter islands that got nothing on them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that welcome back to islands, Lala kind of thing. I want to do a few more videos here in islands, so yeah, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that was fun going through all my different builds and stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.